I will start with match fixing. Our goalkeeper was approached from a person who wanted to offer him a deal for match fixing.
The annual cost of global sport corruption amounts to a staggering 90 billion euros per year, with Europe's cash-rich football sector attracting a particular interest from organized criminals.
Which he became a whistleblower for that. And the game was cancelled. There was a police investigation, and the person who was carrying out this proposition was jailed.
One problem with corruption is, of course, match fixing. And Europol and the police are working closely with regulators and the betting industry to tackle this problem. Last year, the International Betting Integrity Association said it uncovered 52 suspicious patterns related to football betting.
But it's an interesting case that money laundering goes up as high as the highest division of the Swedish Football League.
The playing field isn't necessarily even.
You invest in loyalty. You can target families which you know that as a young boy, as a football player, and that is perhaps 9 or 10 years old. You target a family, you carry out gifts, you carry out these new football shoes, you take them to practice because the family don't own a car. They pay their fees for the academy or whatever. So when it's time for this player to actually become a full-grown star, their loyalty is toward their agent and not to the club.
In recent years, national police forces and Europol have successfully disrupted money laundering operations through both grassroots and major football clubs. One classic method of laundering cash through football has been for criminals to take over financially unstable clubs and then pump it with illegal funds. And they can do that through activities such as mixing legitimate funds with illegal ones through the gates, through cash receipts, inflating staff or payer salaries, large payments to agents or other third parties, directors or owners' loan to the club, donations, and many other ways. A specific example of this is from 2016. European and Portuguese police dismantled a mainly Russian criminal gang laundering money through football in Portugal. A financially struggling club first received donations. And then the same people giving the donations, and by then having gained the trust of the club, acted as frontmen and purchased the club through an opaque and sophisticated network of companies based in offshore tax havens. Then they used the football club as a front to launder illicit funds. The ultimate beneficial owner of the companies behind the purchase could remain unknown, but the investigations reveal links to organized crime in multiple countries such as Austria, Estonia, Germany, Latvia, Moldova, and the UK. Law enforcement admits that they have barely scratched the surface when it comes to these threats against football, the most popular and increasingly wealthy sport in the world.
My concern is not so much that we are not prepared to implicate the changes, it's more that the changes will not be as significant as they are described.